Last week's AI update was really about one big shift. The conversation is moving away from which model is best and toward which AI platform can actually help you get work done. Anthropic released Claude Opus 4.8, and on paper, it is a stronger model. It has improved coding ability, sharper judgment, better reasoning, and stronger performance across tasks like documents, spreadsheets, presentations, and computer control. But the interesting part is the reaction. A lot of people are starting to say that model upgrades are beginning to feel like iPhone upgrades. Each new version is technically better, but for everyday users, the difference is becoming harder to notice. That is the first key takeaway. We may be entering a stage where model improvements are real, but less obvious. The second takeaway is that the bigger innovation is happening in the apps around the models. OpenAI's Codex updates are a good example of this. Codex is no longer just a coding tool. It is becoming more like an AI work hub. It can work across Windows, Mac, and mobile. It can control your computer, and it can stay connected to your tools. One of the most useful updates is the in-app browser. Codex can now keep you signed into websites like Notion, Twitter, or other work tools, which means the agent can interact with your real workflow instead of operating in a separate, isolated chat box. That changes the experience completely. Instead of asking an AI a question, copying the answer, opening another app, pasting it in, and editing it yourself, the agent can work inside the tools you already use. The third key takeaway is that AI agents are becoming more coordinated. Codex can now spin up other agent threads, meaning one agent can create separate tasks for other agents to work on. This points to a future where you do not just have one AI assistant helping with one task. You may have a group of agents working in parallel across research, writing, coding, planning, testing, and reviewing. That is a big deal because it changes how we think about productivity. The user becomes less of a task doer and more of a task director. The fourth takeaway is about vibe coding. Tools like Lovable, Replit, and Bolt made it easier for non-technical users to build apps quickly. But platforms like Codex and Claude are starting to absorb that same value. If an AI agent can write the code, connect the database, set up authentication, deploy the app, and run security checks, then vibe coding becomes less of a separate product category and more of a skill built into every major AI agent platform. And the final takeaway is the most important one. The future of AI probably is not just better chat. It is not just a smarter model answering questions in a text box. The future looks more like agents connected to your tools, working across your browser, your files, your apps, your messages, and your workflows. That is why these app updates matter. Model upgrades still matter, but the real race is becoming the race to build the best AI workspace. So the big question is no longer just, which model is the smartest? The better question is, which platform can actually help me complete real work?